Good day everyone, how's it going, eh? So, you have an RV and you have a fan on the outside to exhaust from your kitchen vent, overhead range, and this sucks in closed when you turn your fan on. How do you fix it? Well, it's quite easy. Stick with me and learn how. They only should be closed for traveling so it don't flap when you're driving and stuff. So make sure that they're open. Now, my fan came from the manufacturer that when you turn the fan on, it sucks this flap closed. So that tells me it's sucking air in and not pushing air out like it should. So these are 12 volt DC fans in there, and my inclination was that it was reversed. Let's go look at the fan. Well, here's the fan. I dropped the fan, and being in my field of electronics of many years, 12 volts DC, if it was AC, then you reverse the wires, it's not going to matter, but this is 12 volt DC. So if I can do this here, let's just put this on here. Let's put the second out. Okay, so I'm going to hold this, and you'll see the fan come on. It's definitely blowing down. It's not blowing up. So it's reversed. It's definitely reversed. So what I'm going to do is I am going to reverse the wires on here. That's all you have to do. Now these are soldered on, so if you're not used to soldering, I don't suggest you do it. Get someone that's used to it. So unsolder these ones and just reverse them. That should, in fact, make it work. I pulled the breaker out before I went and desoldered these because my soldering iron is AC and I don't want it shorting anything out. So I pulled the breaker out of that, then desoldered these. Now what I'm going to do is I got a little bit of heat shrink tubing. Don't need much, just put up over the wire, cut it, put it up over the wire. So when you resolder them down to the motor, put the heat shrink back on that and it'll look factory fresh, because I had to pull off the old black heat shrink. And no one will ever know you were even into it. So we're going to solder this up now the correct way and turn it on and see how it goes. So, got it rewired back up. Just tacked on for now, just to try it, to make sure that it does work. So we're going to go back over there, the fuse back in down there, then come back here, turn it on, try it, and see if it blows air out. Then we'll know if we're good or not. Now this might seem like extra work, but you have to do it in order to make sure it works. So put your fan back up, screw it back up, make sure it's sitting up there right. Certainly not blowing air down. Let's turn it on now. Let's go outside. It has to be aligned and everything. You can hear it's not in alignment. Well, look at that. It's actually blowing air out now. So that's it. That's how you fix your fan from sucking in to pushing air out the way it should be. So if it comes from the factory or a dealer like mine did, that's how you do it. So just reverse the wires on the motor and your DC fan will blow air like it never did before. Just an extra note, when you reinstall your fan and put your screws up there, you might have to readjust it forward and backward and sideways just a little bit. There's a little bit of play. If you hear any type of clicking or scritching of the fan blades, you want to make sure they are not doing that, because it can ruin your fan blade, of course. So there should be no sound to it except just the sound of the fan sucking it out. That's an excellent strong fan. No scraping, nothing. We know we got it in alignment. That's good. Everything can go back together now. Basically it is together, but I just got to put the little casing on over the wires here and the grill, and we're good to go. Now I just want to point out These are Phillips screws. They look like the little cross. In some units, especially the ones made in Canada, here in Canada, you will see a square type of head. That is a Robinson head, and that is a Canadian screw. It was developed here in Canada back a long time ago so that the slot screwdriver could be replaced with the Robinson because there was too much slippage with just the slot, and the Robinson gave the best grip in both the screwdriver and the screw. I prefer them over even the Phillips. Yeah, so if you see a square, just like a little square in the head of the screw, that's a Robertson. It's a Canadian type of screw developed here in Canada by Mr. Robinson, of course. So anyway, just a little bit of side trivia there. So if you see them, that's what they're called. Most of the time you'll see these ones, which are the Phillips screw. Now some of you probably wonder why I'm repairing this myself and not taking it to the dealer. Well, number one, I know my way around electronics and electrical. Number two, the dealer is closed due to the COVID thing going on right now, and I don't know when they're going to reopen. So I got to get this fan working because I actually want to use my stove. So that being said, I can't wait for them to open. Now, I've talked to the manufacturer of the trailer, and I've had some other issues that I was able to fix myself, and they graciously provided me with electrical diagrams in order to fix those problems. Also, I already had this at the dealer to be fixed, and they said it was fixed, but it clearly wasn't. So I know if I fix it myself, it'll be done and done right. That's it for me today. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe down below. I'll talk to you guys again.